Hey guys, Vice Visor here again. Thanks for subbing, by the way. I've hit 1K subs and that feels real good. Thanks for all your support. This one here is a plus 12 Nokhud Offensive key, the newest Dragonflight dungeon to be tested in M+. I really liked the dungeon back when Heroic was the only difficulty available, because as you can see, this dungeon covers the entire zone as it exists in the Dragon Isles. And it's the only dungeon that allows dragon riding during. But Mythic Nokhud is immediately proving to be a bit of a headache with its super overtuned trash packs. Other keys seems to be a little bit less overtuned on 15, so we deliberately dropped this down to a 12 because it's insane enough as it is, which you can see here. I wanted to put out the full footage of this dungeon from start to finish, just to kind of show it pack by pack and cover a few things, like key boss mechanics and stuff, but for the most part I'm going to shut up. You can see my UI is on beta is pretty basic. I just want to kind of keep it that way until live, and then kind of build my weak aura setup there, UI setup, etc. Also, shout out to the DH in this key, doing 2 to 3 times more damage than everyone else each pack. I know tuning passes are still due, but this is kind of ridiculous. You'll see him do like 400k on some packs with the guest appearance of one of the testable beta trinkets. This thing, you just press it and then you turn into a whirlwind elemental thing, and then you just do millions of damage. I don't know what it is. Obviously that's going to get nerfed. But even that aside, this DH is just smoking everybody. I don't know what he's doing differently. I've seen DHs do well, but like this guy is just on a whole nother level. I don't know if there's some bug abuse or something. I don't know. It's beta. Rip Pally is still strong on beta, as you can see. So to start, you go around and clear these packs that are guarding these ballistas that are shooting at the dragon, and then you can come down as the first boss. Nothing too crazy here, just the guys that charge randomly. Like you saw me get one shot earlier, that's just a thing. I guess they just need to be nerfed. Like, look at this. Pretty stupid. So the first boss, Granite, pretty simple. He just does an AoE, get out of the other AoE. But the main thing is those ballistas that we defended last time. Throughout the fight, it's an ad that tries to dismantle them or something. And so you just kill them every time, and then when he's starting to cast Eruption, which will just wipe you, you shoot a ballista and stun him. So just pay attention, slow, stun the centaurs. The sickest thing will just have a DK group it on the boss for cleave. And then we fly to the next area. You'll see that each area, the trash packs get progressively more and more insane. I guess actually the last packs before the boss, or the last boss, isn't too bad, but trash before second boss gets crazy. Trash before third boss gets insane. This is a 12. I've tried doing this on 15, and the multiple AoEs that go off throughout these packs will just one-shot groups. But it's the same idea as the ballistas. You just go down to each of these packs that are protecting some storm totem and you destroy it, and then it unleashes the storm boss, I guess. But it's interesting that how in Dragonflight, kicks are so much more important than ever. Like Shadowlands difficult packs are like nothing compared to these. Like you'll see some of these require, 3 to 4 different kicks at a time sometimes, and these aren't just kicks like regular casts, these are deadly casts, and if 2 certain things overlap, then you can just easily lose people. I feel like some of these dungeons, some of these trash packs just ask so much, like way too much from groups. If the tuning stays like this on launch, pugs will be in trouble. Like I think it might be the hardest season to ever pug. Anyways, I do hope they tune stuff down a bit, because it's a lot more fun to be able to pull big and just slam the keyboard and just do big damage, instead of, because you'll be super limited. Pulling big almost seems impossible in a lot of areas, because there's just already so much deadly stuff. It's just adding one or two more things, it's just death.
The avatar of the storm.
Now this boss is pretty interesting, the Raging Tempest. They've changed him since before this in Heroic, because now his orbs that he throws out, they go to him, and you have to block him. but even before you wanted them, because they do damage when you pick them up, but they buff you by I think 5% per stack up to 10. So you can get a massive damage boost and you can keep it going pretty long while trading off damage that you're taking. And there's already quite a bit of raid damage in this fight, so it'll be interesting. You'll probably see people pull like mobs with the boss for this to abuse extra damage.
Ukel has allied with Clan Nokhud. Today, they will regret that alliance. They have desecrated the graves of our...
So now if you thought the last packs were rough, look at these things. It's these packs on the mounds here. So look, you got this guy casting Deathbolt Volley. In Shadowlands, in like, what's it called? Theater of Pain. And I think at least one pack in Necrotic Wig. But this is going to be the most deadly thing in a pack generally in Shadowlands. In this pack, it's probably like the 4th or 5th most important thing to kick. Then you got Grasp of the Dead, which can't be kicked, it has to be stunned or hard CC'd. It snares you and does a bunch of damage under you, so that's one thing to dodge. Then you got Harvest Soul, it's a curse he puts on people, it's a dot and slow. Then you got Shatter Soul, which is unkickable, but probably a mandatory stun. He will put a debuff on everyone that makes you do 30% less damage until you go pick up your soul, which is a little hard to see orb somewhere on the mound. Then some other things vary, like this pack has a bunch of frontals from these birds. Another pack summons just landmines everywhere constantly. And then if that's all not enough to deal with, then some of them actually cast a Dominate Mind, I think it's called. And then they just mind control you. So, but it's the same pattern. You go around to these burial mounds where they're channeling stuff, and then once you kill them all, then they summon the boss.
Do not have a target. acquire a target. They do not have a target. They need to target something first.
Marked by lightning.
Why has our rest been disturbed?
Necromancers. On our sacred grounds?
Now this boss is 2 different mobs. They don't share health, and so you think the easy thing is to just stack them up and cleave them, right? And especially as Evoker, you'll just slam. But they do everything in their power to make your life hell. This boss is insane. Once the mechanics start coming, they just really start coming. I'll just let you watch.
Away from him. Wind guides my arrows. Away. Marked by lightning.
This is probably what most people are going to run into the first kind of couple times they're seeing it. I'm sure there's some ways to game some mechanics that aren't super apparent, but it looks like we did find out that for the tornado things, you should definitely just stack. Who knows, maybe they'll nerf that, because that's just makes that a joke. But yeah, this is easily one of the hardest bosses in Dungeons right now. And I kind of like it, if only it wasn't so hard to just group them up. Like the ranged one just jumps everywhere, like Sylvanas. Like that's obnoxious. But I kind of like that. It's just crazy hectic. It's kind of cool.
This is the end, Defiers.
Peace at last.
Protect my
far from us.
Will bring forth a mightier Maruk. Greatness awaits us.
Then here's the trash for the last boss. This is all a joke compared to everything else in here. The two named mobs before him, though, are kind of like the last boss. They just move everywhere. It's really annoying. I've seen one group stack up and pull them into one of the fences right here, so they're charged just straight into the wall, so they don't go anywhere. Which just seems is you're just gonna do that. And yeah.
The elements answer to me!
I require a target.
Your skull shatter beneath my hoof.
Last boss, Balakar Khan, is pretty straightforward. He's just as easy as the first boss. The other two are harder. So I could see something changing with him. But yeah, the dungeon, like I said, it was interesting and I enjoyed it on Heroic, but Mythic is just overtuned. Kind of seems like a pattern with a lot of these dungeons, so hoping that sooner than later they kind of tune some stuff down. So I think it would be better for them to do that anyways. Like, this data is just, a lot of it's going in the trash, I feel like, because so many pugs aren't completing anything.
You will be trampled into dust. If the Eagle Mother will not give it, I will take it. This land is our birthright.
The elements answer to me!
I do not have a target. That item is still recharging. I am out of range. I must get closer. Cannot use that item yet. That item is still recharging.
Ancestors! Ancestors, forgive me.
But thanks for watching again. This is by far my least edited video ever. Let me know if you like the more chill vibes of this one, I guess. But yeah, thanks again. If you liked it, hit like and subscribe. Thanks so much. See you next time.